What's up everyone? Today we're at Sandusky Park in Lynchburg, Virginia. This is a fun little course I've played a few times. And Jonathan, this is your second time?
I believe so.
Yeah, second time here. So we're gonna get out there, throw some shots, hopefully get an ace, but enjoy.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of Local Route. I am Hannah Macbeth and I am flying solo for commentary today because Paul is in Kansas for a pro tour stop and everyone else is very busy. But let's get into the episode. So we are at Sandusky Park in Lynchburg, Virginia. It's about 10 to 15 minutes from downtown, so a nice centrally located course on a public park that's free to play. And I'm not sure why it's called Sandusky Park, but if you haven't noticed, there is literally sand everywhere. And the reason is because the elevation is very flat on the beginning of the course. We talked about elevation change a lot in this series because there's a lot of it out here, okay? We live in the mountains. But I will say this being the flattest course in the area means if it rains for any prolonged period of time, you're not playing here because it will be underwater. There's a river to the left of John that actually runs through the course and it will flood, hence the sand spread all over the place. And yes, if you're wondering, you did just witness John throw with both his left and right hand on the last hole. And that's kind of what happens when a course designer leaves the fairways more open. I know we've talked about this in previous episodes, but people can practice different techniques instead of just trying to hit one line off the tee. But I really like the way that the holes finish in different spots. The first one is straight, the second finishes to the left, 3 finishes to the right, and now 4 requires a longer controlled drive off the tee. And all of these qualities make this a great location for a league because not only is this centrally located, but the layout allows for scoring separation between players since it's a mix of long and short drives. And this is just another example of Paul being able to practice different shots or take a different approach on the beginning holes because they're more open. But as we get into the course, it will start to tighten up. The other trend at this course I want to point out is how the holes hug so tight to the edge of the water. The beginning of the property is shared with a soccer field and some walking paths. So even though there is a chance you can throw it in the water or far into the rough, it's a really good use of the property. They're still able to have longer holes. They just curve and play close to the river's edge, making it a bit more challenging than normal. This is the last wide open hole with little to no elevation change we're going to see. And side note, I really don't like this hole, especially if I'm playing with new people who aren't experienced. It just plays over part of a soccer field that's almost always in use and it doesn't seem safe. But anyways, players have to start thinking more about touch and elevation and angle and speed. The number of ways you can attack a fairway decreases. And when this happens, we're going to start to see more scoring separation between the people who can adapt and the ones who can't as easily. And these 2 holes are just perfect examples of using elevation to increase difficulty on shorter holes. And I know that I've said that a million times and we're only on episode 3, but it's very popular for our area. And another common trait is also this added difficulty around the green. The previous hole had water past the basket and this one has lots of guardian trees. So even if you get your disc up onto the green, you might not have a wide open putt. Or maybe you have a wide open fairway like we see here. John just absolutely destroying this fairway. That was a great shot. And Paul right behind him, you're going to see Paul's disc start to flex out left. And it's because of the elevation change. So even though these holes seem very straightforward, if you don't know about elevation change and you don't know about placement and you're not a confident player with those things, you're gonna struggle, and it's a really good opportunity to practice and learn without too much punishment. And this is the part of the course that I was talking about. It gets a lot more technical and the shots require a lot more control. But on fairways like this, the emphasis will be the angle. And on fairways like this, it's going to be like the movement and the control of your body and also the angle. But if you get those things right, then the more likely you are to hit the right angles and have your disc make it down the fairway. And this really affected me as a player when I first started. I only ever played in the woods, so I was very slow and non-explosive, and it really took a lot of practice to have good timing with these quick, explosive movements. And that's why it's so important to have both types of shots on your course, especially if you're catering toward intermediate or more advanced players, which I feel like this course definitely is. If you're a beginner, you're just getting a feel for your disc. You know, everything that you're learning, whether it's the movements or the feel, is new. But if you've been playing for a while, then you're ready to start testing your skills on courses with long shots, like we're seeing here on hole 17, with elevation changes, with obstructed greens, with water or some kind of hazard. That's exactly what this course will give you.
Good shot.
So I highly recommend coming out to Sandusky if you're looking for something to test your skills and practice all of the things that we've talked about and shown. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you're enjoying these. Paul is he's really excited about this series. He loves exploring the area. He loves playing all these different courses. He loves showing off, where we live, as quiet as it may be. But anyway, make sure you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel for more content. We put out new videos every single week. And wish Paul good luck, because him and Brody are off to Kansas to compete in the Dynamic Discs Open. But yeah, catch you next time, you guys. Thank you again.